Hello, world. What's up, everybody? Professor, how you doing, my man?
Good, brother. I'm doing good.
Gosh.
We got a fun one today.
We do, man. I love going outside the box. This is something that you and I heard out there in the wavelengths, and we're like, hey, let's bring it to the Fight Bananas community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. So it's kind of neat. We talked about it, and we picked 10 celebrities, or 10 movie stars.
Movie stars.
Together.
Yep. 5 each.
5 each. And then we secretly picked who we think that movie star would match up best with career, personality, career projection, things like that, with the UFC fighter and their career.
Exactly. What UFC fighter would match up what actor or actress?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we'll have fun with it. I hope everyone listening to it on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, you guys can pick who you think. You might think we're perfect, we're spot on, or you might be like, what? I don't get it at all, and hey, that's what makes the world go round.
I'm right. I'm just saying I'm right. We can argue this, though. Let's do it.
That's what my son does to me all the time. Like, he wins at everything. You're pulling that right now, huh?
Right now.
Wow. Okay. So, before we get into that, I do want to give out a shout-out to our newest sponsor, Warhammer Fightwear. Very, very great new company we're dealing with. We stick with people that want to stick with us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's comfortable shirts, comfortable stuff to wear in the gym. They got awesome designs. Warhammer Fightwear. Definitely check them out. Go to Amazon.com. Go to your button in your smartphone because everyone has one. It's the Walmart of the world. And go check them out.
Absolutely. Like their Facebook page at Warhammer Fightwear. Make sure you follow them on Instagram, Warhammer Fightwear. And the mother site, we always say it here, fightbananas.com. They have a mother site as well, warhammerfightwear.com. So make sure you give them a follow, check them out. And, buy some stuff, guys. Come on, support. Just support.
Absolutely.
All right, you ready for this one? You want to start it off here, Professor?
All right, so here we go. Here are our 10 actors or actresses that we picked together. These are the 10, and we're going to go down the list each after that and say who and why. And we may agree, we may not agree. We'll see what happens. But the 10 actors or actresses are, first one was Jason Statham.
Oh, I like that. The transporter.
There
like
we go.
It.
Then we went with your GOAT, Tom Cruise.
He is the GOAT, guys. Absolutely.
Right. Maybe my GOAT, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh, can't go wrong there.
Yeah. The man, the myth, the legend, The Rock.
Do you smell la 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 what The Rock is cooking?
Yes, right? So then we went with another dude that's up there in the greatest of all conversation, Denzel Washington.
Ooh. Have you ever seen a bad Denzel movie? Like, do they exist?
No.
Right? Like,
I'm trying to think.
Even like Out of Time, which is not one of his greats, like it's a 6 or 7. Like he puts out great content,
and he's still putting out. He's still putting out great content. The next one we went with a couple silly guys.
Yes,
it was cool. I thought this was very unique. This one was your idea, and I love it. Paul Rudd. We went with Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
This is great.
I think he's underrated. He's, to me, hilarious. He was a part of the Avengers movie as Ant-Man. Like, how can you go wrong, guys? And I want to see our creativity about who do we bring. Because usually you don't think of MMA fighters as a funny guy. You think of them as The Rock or Jason Statham, badasses.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see who you put as the Paul Rudd of the UFC.
This is going to be fun.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
And then we went with a longtime comedy guy. He's been in the game forever. Adam Sandler.
Sloppy Joe, a sloppy Joe.
Yes, I love it. Billy Madison. He can go with anything. Getting your home ball. What are you too good for your home? I mean, he's put so much out.
Wow.
Content upon content, right? Content is king, and he has more than anything else, especially on Netflix right now. The next guy, love him. Everybody loves him. Been on a roll lately in the world. Robert Downey Jr.
Wow, that's Iron Man, bro.
Yeah, that's Sherlock Holmes, too.
Wow, that is Iron Man. Wow, yeah, that's a great one. I can't wait. I think I have the best one for Iron Man. But, hey, we'll see, right? We'll see. Make sure you vote. You know, we might have to, put out a vote.
Let's do it, yeah.
Who wins, John, the Professor, or Dave the Diamond.
That's right. I want to check that out. Okay, so now we went with two women.
Yep.
Because we got excited when we were doing this and realized, oh, damn, we need to put a couple actresses on there so we can do the females. So we got Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, my gosh. The Princess Goat. The Princess
We obviously
Goat.
see who picked that one, right,
Yeah,
guys?
all scarred.
And then I went with Halle Berry.
Oh, wow. You can't go wrong with Miss Berry.
No, not at all. So I think I got a good one for that. I got the perfect one for her, I believe.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Let's go. So we're gonna go into the first one, and I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
All right. So we got Jason Statham. Who do you have for Jason Statham to match up with in the UFC?
And I thought about it. For one, last little tidbit is we can't use the same fighter throughout, twice throughout these 10. So I wanted to really go outside the box here. I wanted to go out on the limb. That's where the fruit is. Jack Hermanson.
Okay.
To me, they kind of look a little similar. I think they're both underrated. I think they're both very action-packed. And I just think it works. I don't know. They're not champion yet. Jason's not a superstar in Hollywood. He's a really good side character. And I think Jack has to, one more fight, 2 more fights away to be that superstar. So I think that works. Jason and Jack. That's mine.
It does work. It does work. I went a different route with that one, but Jack Hermanson works. I do understand that they may look alike, so that's kind of funny. And they are both action-packed, right? But I'm going to go a little different route because I think you're forgetting that Jason Statham has some chops. He starred in some good movies.
Okay.
Snatch, great. There was no action for him in that movie. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Oh, man, awesome movies, right? So I'm going with a guy with a little bit more substance in the world. People know him a little bit more.
Okay.
He's action-packed.
Ooh.
Their styles, they both like to kick, in their movies and things like that when they do it.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Anthony Showtime Pettis.
You won.
Okay. I go with Anthony Showtime Pettis because he has the substance in the ground game, let's say, you know what I mean? It's quiet, it's not the knockout finish, but he's got the chops, right? He's got submission wins. He's got Ben Henderson with the arm bar for the title that time. He's got good slick submissions that way, but he's also action-packed. The Showtime kick off the fence, everything like that. And then the champion part, I understand there when you said that Jason Statham wasn't a champion.
Yeah.
But he was a champion in action movies for a couple years. He came out with the biggest action movies for a couple years on his own. The Transporter series was huge.
That was
for himself,
big. Yeah.
Especially the first one. It put him on the map. He started doing these action movies, and he was kind of there for a minute. And then another guy came along and kind of stole the show for a while.
Okay.
But
hey, no,
that's my pick for it.
You won that round.
Okay.
You definitely won. I'm a Showtime Pettis fanatic. I love me some Showtime. So,
all right.
Awesome.
So here we're gonna go. I'm gonna do the next one. So the next one is your goat. Your goat in the acting world.
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
Show me the money.
Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Solid movie guy. Right.
The goat.
He's the goat for you.
Oh,
Okay.
he is?
Well, I'm going to go with a guy who's in the conversation for the goat because Tom Cruise is in the conversation for the goat for me, but not necessarily the goat. So I'm going to go with the guy that's in the conversation, and his name is George St. Pierre. Okay. Now here's this. George St. Pierre, Tom Cruise killing it all through the 80s, 90s. Top Gun running ham wild with it, right? Always had a solid career. GSP slowed down for a little bit, was still giving you blockbuster hits once a year, though, but just slowed down a little bit in his end of his career. Kind of like Tom Cruise during the Last Samurai came out once a year, 1 year, and then, the next movie, came out not but a year later. But so you're still getting content, but it's nothing major right now, right?
Okay.
Then what? Tom Cruise went on a little hiatus, got a little crazy for a little while, jumping up and down, love Katie Holmes, all that stuff on Oprah. Well, George St. Pierre quit for a little while, so we're gonna call that the even.
The little hiatus. They had a hiatus each,
and then they both come back very strong, still giving you good quality. GSP wins the title with his comeback. Tom Cruise is still putting out big movies, and he's still doing his own stunts, and it's just that. I mean, Mission Impossible is getting better. It's really hard to say that, but it's getting better as it goes on.
It is crazy, isn't that amazing?
And he's putting out, still solid movies in throughout the year. Jack Reacher I like a lot.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? He's been a solid dude all the way through his whole time and showed everybody that he still has what it takes to be, the top of the top.
That's pretty good. Your Showtime Jason Statham, I think, was better. I'm giving guys, this is the victory dance for me. Tom Cruise, the GOAT. I match him up with the MMA GOAT to me for maybe the last 5 years, Conor McGregor. Show me the money. They're both over the top about showing them the money. They get the job done. They give you the best content. And at their peak, there's no one better, guys. The Aldo knockout. Give me Mission Impossible. Give me Minority Report. World of the Worlds. Like, come on, man. Tom Cruise, he's just the greatest. Tom Cruise, Conor McGregor, I had to match them together. I think I pulled that out. I pulled out the Notorious with Tom Cruise.
I can give you that one.
But,
that one was good.
Okay, so we're going to flip the script. We're going to go with kind of one of your GOATs, actor-wise, Leo DiCaprio, Mr. Titanic, departed himself. One of the greats. I love me some
Catch
Leo.
Me If You Can.
Yeah, wow,
oh
great one.
Oh, my God, that was great.
Oh, dude, he's 12 deep. 12 deep, for sure.
Easy.
So I thought about it. Leo, a new generation, one of the best actors. Some people say he's a little smug. Some people say he's got a little bit of an attitude to him about it. A little chip on the shoulder. So who has Mr. Chip on his shoulder? No other than Colby Covington himself. Covington, you can argue, is trying to be one of the new GOATs here in MMA. Is he the champ? Is he the interim champ? Who's he fighting? I can't wait for that Robbie Lawler fight. Will happen very, very soon. Leonardo DiCaprio, Colby Covington.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it because Colby's very brash. I don't see Leo being that brash. Okay, so that's just the glaring part I have.
Man, okay.
But they both put out great bodies of work. Colby is a great fighter. You can't take that away from him. He does, get in there, and his motor is one of the best. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's a good one, but I think I got you here.
Okay, let's see.
You said Leo's kind of a new generation actor. Well,
yeah.
I'd like to argue that he's a generation gapper. Like, he closes the gap between generations.
Yeah, he's not that Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tom Hanks, and he's not, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt. Like, he's the gap.
He's all the way through it. He did What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp back in the day. He came all the way through up all those years. He was in Basketball Diaries. He did the Beach. He came through it. Now he's doing Departed. He's doing big movies like The Reverence and everything like that, where he won his Academy Award finally. The Departed, all those movies. Inception, for God's sake, one of the greatest movies ever, in my opinion.
Are we in Inception now?
Maybe. I need to spin my little top and see what happens.
Okay.
But he gaps generations. He covers them. He molds them together, right? So who no other did that and changed the game, but inspired a new generation and still continues to be out there trying to do his thing? Anderson the Spider Silva.
Wow. That's bananas. That's just on point, folks.
He goes out there, he gives you great performances, through his stellar, career. You had Gangs of New York, Departed, all of these movies that he was just rocking out, killing it, right? Catch Me If You Can, all these these movies that he was coming with. Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin knockout, Vitor Belfort knockout, you know what I mean? Beating Dan Henderson, just going on his run. And now he's inspired fighters like Israel Adesanya and other actors along, John Jones, all those that are turning out to be greats. Like your Chris Evans that has been rocking the Captain America, like a Chris Pratt who's came from Parks and Rec, being a little funny guy to being the leading man. He's inspired a whole new generation. So that's my pick for that one.
That's a great one, man. Gosh, that's the professor right there. That's John Radford. Follow him on Instagram, John_Nos NOS. Man, I still haven't heard that story, but we'll get to there. We'll get there. Okay, hey, in my scoreboard, I think John's up 2-1. I'm going to give it to him right now. I got to make a comeback, so let's see what happens. Hey, what do you guys think? The Fight Bananas community, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, Fight Bananas. All right, the fourth one on our movie UFC Fighter list.
Can you smell?
One of the greatest WWE superstars of all time turned Hollywood and kicked his ass. It's The Rock, guys. Dwayne Johnson is on the list. Now he's in Jumanji. He's everywhere. He does, he's in the Fast and the Furiouses.
One of my favorite, one of the first ones he did, The Rundown.
Oh, The Rundown. How about everything he's doing with Kevin Hart? I love the school movie. Which one's that?
The Central Intelligence.
Yeah, I loved it.
That was funny.
That was really funny. So, to me, The Rock puts out a lot of content. He puts out a lot of funny content, and he's action packed. So I'm like, what fighter is that? Max Holloway. Action packed, funny. Everyone loves the guy. It's just both of them could be presidents one day. The Rock and Max Holloway. A little bit of like the Hawaiian connection, just guy. Come on. The mic is about to drop. The Rock is Max Holloway of the UFC.
Besides the size difference, you hit it right on the head. Like absolutely, 100%. I like that one. That's Max is funny. He's silly. He's a very big crowd pleaser, and The Rock is a crowd pleaser. He's a big, lovable guy. I like that one.
Thank you, sir.
And they're action-packed.
Thank you, sir.
You might have got me.
Okay, let's see who you got.
I think I fall a little short on this one, but I still like it. Stipe Miocic.
Oh, I see what you did.
You know what I'm saying?
The big boys, the heavyweights.
Well, I went there.
The killers.
But
muscle.
I also went there because what is Stipe? Stipe is a grinder.
Ooh, okay.
Right? He works as a fireman. You know what I mean? And he also trains to be, a UFC heavyweight. And he's never going to give up being a fireman and doing his duty and everything like that. And he's not going to give up the grind because that's what he loves, right? And he's also a down-to-earth dude. Well, I think that to be The Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can go down as one of the bigger action-packed guys ever. Action stars. Excuse me.
I feel you.
Stipe, could go down as one of the greatest heavyweights. They're both grinding, hard-working men. That's who I picked, but I'm not going to lie. You probably won it with the Max Holloway on that one.
And that's a good one. That's probably, I think, our closest one because I see it a lot of Stipe, heavyweight, muscle, grind. I see a lot of that. I do like my Max Holloway pick. I'm not going to lie. But that's, to me, our closest one. But, yes. Okay, cool. So there's 4 down. What's the 5th one there, Professor?
We got Denzel Washington.
Oh, I love that. You want to roll or you want me to do it?
Oh, no, I got this one. I think because I got a good one for this one.
Okay, let's go.
So I picked Daniel Cormier on this because
the champ.
Okay. Because he's just been that good his whole career. He's lost to one guy. You know what I mean? One guy had his number, and in the fight game, if one guy has your number, that's just kind of how it is sometimes.
Sure.
One guy has your number, and everything else, though, he's won. He's did it.
Yeah.
Denzel is that guy who might have had one falter to one actor, you know what I mean, lost something to him maybe, or just, hey, I didn't get that role because I lost out to this guy or whatever it was that one time. But for the most part, he has hit it out of the park with, like you said, a 7 or better every single time, every performance. It's something to be like, you're going to watch this movie because Denzel Washington's in it. You're going to watch Daniel Cormier fight if he fights.
I can watch Training Day every Friday night. I can. You ready? Friday night, you put the kids to bed, you open up your 4th beer, and you watch Training Day.
King Kong ain't got on you.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Man, that's a really good one. That's a good one. I like mine, too. This is going to be close. This is going to be, we got to give this to the Fight Bananas community. Maybe we'll let them decide on this one. So my Denzel Washington, to me, he's old school, and he's still in it, so he's a little bit of new school. He's had a long career. He's had ups and downs. It's Robbie Lawler, the ruthless one. I think of Denzel as being a little ruthless in a lot of his movies. Action-packed, mega hits, mega knockouts. No one can forget the Robbie Lawler Rory McDonald fight. It's just Denzel's got memorable Hollywood moments. I like this one. Robbie Lawler, Denzel Washington.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I can definitely see why you picked that. Robbie Lawler is that longevity guy. He's been in the game for since he's 18 years old, 19 years old.
For a minute.
Yeah, so he's been in it for a hot minute. Yeah, he's been in the game for a hot minute.
Yes, sir, he has. Talking about coming in hot.
Yes. Here we go. Here's the fun one. All right?
I like this one.
This one, here you go.
This is going to be creative. This is going to stretch our imagination of the fight game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think so. Paul Rudd. I love you, man. He was in Clueless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's an Ant-Man. He's a freaking superhero.
Slapping the bass. Slapping the bass. He's Ant-Man. He's a freaking Avenger. He's amazing. He's Paul Rudd.
Yes. All right.
You want me to roll with this guy?
Go ahead.
And I thought this is the one I gave the most thought about because of just the creativity, being funny in the fight game. You really don't see that a lot. Longevity, highs and lows. Sometimes some people don't like their movies. I don't know. So this is it. I think I nailed it. I think this is an absolute home run. Funny, MMA, home run, knockout, just everything. Mike Platinum Perry.
Wow.
Orlando's own, trains out of Fusion XL. We see him all the time. Mike Perry is the Paul Rudd of Hollywood.
Mike Perry is the Paul Rudd of the UFC is what we're saying.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I like this one. I think he's one of the funniest guys. His interviews post-fight and pre-fight. How about that one? Someone's going to bleed. Someone's going to die. That's Mike Perry. He's
definitely fit for that game, and he's definitely made for that job to be, the entertaining fighter. He should not do anything else in life. You know what I mean? Like, he gets it. This is what he does. This is perfect for him, and he's really, really good at it.
Oh, he's amazing.
And he is funny as hell.
He is, right?
He's funny as hell. And he's genuine about it, too.
Oh.
Which I can see why you say, the Paul Rudd thing, because Paul Rudd's a genuinely funny guy.
Yeah.
It comes natural to him.
Just with us being in this area, and at Fusion, you go for the Saturday sparring sessions and all that. We've seen Mike so many times. Mike Perry, who you see on Instagram, guys, and when you see on post UFC fight interviews, that's Mike Perry on a Tuesday in Orlando, Florida. That is Mike Perry.
Yes, it is. It is. He's genuine about it. He's exactly. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. I definitely can see that one. I can see where you went with that one. And at the same time, he has, Mike Perry has that super knockout power. And what is Paul Rudd right now? He's a superhero.
He is.
He's a superhero in the movies.
That's a brilliant point by me. Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Good job. So
all right, who you got, man?
I got it.
I'm
all
ready
right,
for this one.
Here we go. Paul Rudd, solid actor, right?
Yep.
Okay. This guy's a solid fighter.
Okay.
I don't think Paul Rudd's really made any bad movies.
Okay.
Like, you pretty much enjoyed most of them, right? This guy's fought some guys that probably weren't the greatest caliber, but also he fought some of the best, out there, right? Super funny guy. You either like him or you don't.
Okay.
All right. Ben Funky Askren.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did.
He's funny. He's quick-witted. Whether you like him or you don't like him, damn it, he's funny. He knows how to be. He's genuine when it comes to his charismatic self and the way he presents his comedy. But he's also quite an accomplished fighter, right?
100% agree. You ready for this one, guys? This is, if you have not subscribed and downloaded to the Fight Bananas podcast, this is it. I'm giving you the gold right now. Dana White. This will be the first ever Fight Bananas fight. We have created Mike Perry versus Ben Askren. The winner would be the Paul Rudd of the UFC. Professor, are you feeling me on this one?
I'm telling you. If not, that trash talk would be epic.
Exactly. Main event, Amway 2020, UFC.
Bring it to Orlando. Hell yeah.
Bring it to Orlando. Ben Askren can main event the Amway Center against Mike Platinum Perry. We'll sell it out. We'll have Paul Rudd in the front row. It would be epic.
Yes. We'll make an Ant-Man belt.
The winner is the Ant-Man of the UFC.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I don't know who won that one. That one.
That's close.
Yeah, that's a close one. Okay.
All right, here's another funny guy.
I love this.
Because, you got to go to your happy place in this type of stuff. You know what I mean? You got to go to your happy place. So Adam Sandler is our next one. The living comedian legend. The man that has been in the game forever. Forever.
Waterboy. Happy Gilmore.
Billy Madison.
Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer. I forgot about the Wedding.
Grown Ups. Come on, man.
Grown Ups 1 and 2.
He's a
Spanglish.
He's a living Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. Pixels was good. I still watch Pixels.
51st Dates.
Yes.
See, here we go, guys. Adam Sandler, Professor. Who is the UFC fighter that connects Adam Sandler?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with a guy that's been in the game for a long time, extremely long time. Still puts content out there, and I believe he puts content out there to make money. Kind of like Adam Sandler, I believe, puts content out there to make money.
Good point.
You know what I mean? He Netflix the hell out of it, and I'm pretty sure, that's what happens with this. So my guy fights you anytime, any place, anywhere. He's a bit of a loose cannon sometimes on the mic, and he talks well, and he's funny, and he just likes having fun. I believe that's kind of like an Adam Sandler type of dude. Donald Cerrone.
Oh, the cowboy.
The cowboy.
The dad.
Dad Cerrone.
Wow, Dad Cerrone. I didn't think
the
of
longevity of the career and
okay.
They've never really hit that peak to where they're the funniest guy in the world. Or
True. There's always
the
Jim
champ,
Carrey or a Vince Vaughn. There's always someone that just
somebody
has
made
it.
the movie a little bit
Will
bigger than
Ferrell.
you, right?
Okay, yeah.
But you always you got a fan base following, and people are going to watch.
Both Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Both are all-time greats, but never the best at one moment. Wow. Damn it. You maybe nailed this one. Because I like mine so much, but you maybe nailed it. All right. That's pretty damn good. I'm kind of in the same wavelength of longevity, a little bit more of the old school, a little bit more of the veteran, but I think I went a tad bit more funnier as a person. Great podcast. I'm talking about the bad guy, guys. Chael P. Sonnen.
Yes.
So, Chael Sonnen, Adam Sandler, both been in the game for 20 years. They are both funny as hell.
Still in the game.
Yeah, they're both still in the game. Commentate. They talk about it. Podcasts, movies, Netflix. They sing sometimes. They do YouTube videos. Come on, they got a lot of connective tissue.
They do, and that's a good one. And Chael is definitely funnier than Donald, Cerrone.
I think you nailed the fight aspect of it more, but outside the fight, I think I nailed it a little bit more of Chael being funny. But God, that's another close one, guys. You got to vote on it. We're gonna have like 23 votes of the actors. Like this is insane. I don't know who's gonna win now. I thought I had it in the bag with Max Holloway and The Rock.
No, it's getting closer and closer. Every one.
Wow.
The Mike Perry, Ben Askren, the one before that, the Chael Sonnen, Donald Cerrone right now for Adam Sandler. That's extremely close. Well, let's go down to one of your favorite things. Your favorite guys, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, and Tony Stark forever.
Avengers is my favorite movie of all time. Jerry Maguire was for the first 27, 28 years of my life. I switched over to the first Avengers, and then, of course, the Infinity War and Endgame was icing and cherries on top. I love them, guys. Two more kids on the way. I am a all-in Marvel Avenger guy. I love him, and he's Iron Man, man. Like, that first Iron Man movie captured everyone who jumped all in with this Marvel universe on, movies. And Iron Man, I don't want to... I guess I can spoil it now. Like, you're allowed to talk about it, right?
I assume. He
ended it in the best way fashion. He sacrificed himself in Iron Man and to save the world. He's Iron Man. It's incredible. So, if you've been listening to the podcast...
he did other movies, right?
Oh, no, he's Iron Man.
He did a lot of good other movies. He's in Weird Science.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's Iron Man.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, okay.
He was also in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
What? No, you're right on all this. But I'm kind of going with this somewhere. To me, he's Iron Man. And
what is Iron Man?
He's the hottest thing ever. He's the best thing ever. And if you listen to the show and you subscribe on YouTube and you watch it, it's Jorge Masvidal, guys. The hottest fighter in mixed martial arts. He will always be known. 3-piece in a soda. The 5-second knockout. He's got iconic top-end biggest UFC moments in the history of the fight game. So Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., to me, is Jorge Masvidal.
That's a good one. I definitely get it. I get it. The peak of their career was.
And if anyone wants to come off Jorge Masvidal on this show, John, I'm throwing 3 pieces myself. You cannot come after Jorge Masvidal on the Fight Banans podcast. You know that, right? You know that.
Yes, I know that. Don't get him upset, guys. Don't get him upset. I get it. I understand. Like, the end of their career, I don't want to say the end of their career because Jorge is pretty young, but he started very early. Robert Downey Jr. started early, too, in his career, so I get it. The connection in the movie career works for me. I went with a little bit different.
Okay.
I definitely get the Jorge moments. That, the Marvel Universe is obviously the biggest thing in the movies right now, so I get that the fact that Tony Stark was the leading man for it all at the time, and it moved the needle. Jorge's moving needles right now in the UFC for sure. 100%. I went with more of a roller coaster, a guy that's been in the game a long time, because I remember the movies that Robert Downey Jr. was in. I remember all the hard work he put in as a young man, trying to be funny, starring in some of my favorite 80s movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
He also had a disappearing act for a little while, right? He had some things happen to him and didn't really know about him. Shit happens in life, man. But then you have a resurgence and you turn your career around. He's my Robbie Lawler.
Wow.
Robbie, disappeared for a little while, been in the game for a long time. We talked about it. You picked him up there for a different one. You picked him for Denzel, which was a good connection. I like that.
Yeah.
But this one is, for me, is Robert Downey Jr. because there was more of a roller coaster, and then he hit that high when he was going through those moments of the championship fights, knocking off Koscheck, the Rory McDonald fights, the Johnny Hendrick fights. It was just, everybody wants to see Robbie Lawler.
True.
And you pretty much are going to go see any Robert Downey Jr. movie that puts out right now.
True.
And there's my connection for that.
Damn, that's
You're a good one with Jorge, though, bro. That's close.
Hey, Professor, you're good as well, my man. And it's crazy that all the UFC fighters, all these connections, and Robbie Lawler's the only man we used twice. That's pretty crazy. You used him and I used him.
Yep.
So, wow. Okay, so those are the 8 male actors. We went to 2 females. We had to give the
Your
females...
Princess Goat.
Oh, my gosh. Guys, come on. Who is not drinking Scarlett Johansson's dirty water?
I'm not drinking Scarlett Johansson.
Who is not?
Not her bathwater, bro. Not her bathwater.
Oh, my gosh. Scarlett Johansson. She's a queen.
Maybe other things, but not her bathwater.
Man, this is PG-13, guys. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. All right, no. ScarJo.
She can pour drinks.
One of my favorite actresses of all time. Same thing, Black Widow in the Avengers. And I'm like, who does she remind me in the fight game? Because she's not, the greatest actress ever to me, like the Ronda Rousey, say that 5 times fast, or Amanda Nunes. Like, she's not that. So I thought about it. To me, she's Joanna Champion. That's who she is to me. She's Joanna. I think there's a lot of connective tissue. She's right there. You can argue Joanna's top 5, top 7 greatest female of all time. That's where I got Scarlett. And they're both action-packed. They're both, the unassuming in a way. They're both kind of not quiet, but they're just like, they're not polarizing. And I just think there's a lot of connective tissue. So I got ScarJo and Joanna.
All right, I like it. I get it. I understand it. I'm going to use one of your things against you to prove my point better of who I picked.
Shit.
You said they're kind of quiet, reserved, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, your J-Chick talks a lot of trash when she fights people. She used to, at least. Let's put it that way. She would be getting in people's face, running her mouth gone nonstop, right?
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Okay. So I picked a girl that is quiet and reserved.
And
stands there and looks pretty and dances on you when she knocks you out.
Oh, shit.
Shevchenko, the Bullet.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
man.
I like her because, look, here's my point with the fight career. One, the quietness, like you said, Scarlett, they're badasses on this. She's badass on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And her characters. Shevchenko's is just a straight badass. But she's been a badass for a while. But her career is coming to culmination now. She's got that stardom. She got people looking at her more and everything like that, knowing her name now. She just put, Jessica I in a grave the other day when she kicked her.
Oh, my gosh.
Her soul was stolen.
God, rest in peace, Jessica. Rest in peace.
Yes. Please come back healthy, but wait a little while. That knockout was devastating. But you know what I mean? And now, like with the Avengers, with things coming out, she's going to have her own standalone movie soon, right?
Yeah, Black Widow.
She's got a standalone category 125 winning champion right now.
Gosh. Damn it, you
so
nailed this
I
one.
connected that way because Scarlett came up as a good actress through her year. Shevchenko was a champion in other sports, Muay Thai for a long time. But now she's the champion in the UFC, and Scarlett might be the champion of the action females in
Hollywood.
In Hollywood right now.
Yeah, no, you nailed that one. All right. Sometimes I gave you right away Jason Statham with Showtime Pettis. I'm giving you Scarlett Johansson. Like, I'm going to drink her bathwater and then say you won. Like, that's just kind of my night. So, all right, the very last one, guys, if you're still with us, I appreciate it. This is one of my favorites. I love it. Outside the box, we're not X's and O's. We're not doing a fight breakdown. We got more of those coming up, by the way, very soon. Not a UFC preview and not an interview. We wanted to go outside the box. This is our fighter movie connection. We're having fun with it. I hope you laughed 3-4 times. We did. So this
as long as you're
one.
entertained, that's all that matters.
Exactly. So here we go. Last one. Professor, this is one you had to get on the list, so take it away.
She's one of the GOATs in my books.
Okay.
You can argue it, you know what I mean, that she's one of the GOATs. She's probably top 5, easy, top 6 on my list, period, and, at the very bottom, or at the very least. Halle Berry. She's timeless, man. She's also flipping gorgeous still.
Sure.
Still.
Yeah, man.
Like a fine wine. It's just gotten better with time. But go ahead. I'm going to let you ride with this one, or do you want me to go?
Either way, my man.
All right, well, go ahead. I'm going to let you do this one.
Okay. So everything you just said, I'm piggybacking on it. Fine wine, great long career, great highs, some of the best. She won the Academy Award. So I'm trying to think of a female fighter with maybe the greatest high in the history of mixed martial arts. It's Holly Holm, knocking out Ronda Rousey. One of the biggest upsets, one of the biggest moments in UFC history. Holly Holm, a great career. That she's Barry and Holm. Like, I see that connection.
I see it.
I see it. I think that's it. I think it's yours with Barry, and I think I'm stealing it with Holly Holm.
You could.
I'm shooting with Althea.
I could see it. I could see it, and I can see where you're going at because they're both quiet, reserved.
Yeah.
The personalities, they kind of...
Nothing outside.
But they go do work.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They do work.
Put in the time.
Yes. Okay. And, my whole thing here is I went with a girl that you could classify as one of the greatest female fighters ever. She's probably in the top 5. She changed the game for a lot of people. She put...
like a pioneer?
Kind of like a pioneer.
Okay.
She put things, she put MMA on the map. She's also a very pretty girl. So she that helped put MMA on the map, right? And Halle Berry is very pretty, so this helps me connect the dots here, too, a little bit. But she's also had a long career. She's never had anything bad. There's no bad, PR about her. She's always always been liked by the fans, always, cared about the sport and the thing and the representation of it. I picked Miesha Cupcake Tate.
Oh, I like that one. That's good. Miesha Tate, the newer generation of MMA fans probably don't remember. Almost underrated, right?
Yes,
an all-timer. She is. She's an
all-time great. She beat your girl, Holly Holm.
Yeah,
UFC for the title.
200, I believe.
No, it was the Nate Diaz. It was Conor Nate for 1.
Wow.
Conor Nate 1 was. She was the undercard.
Miesha Tate. That's a good one. Tate and Halle Berry. Yeah, I like that.
They both match up. That's a close one. That
is a close one. We're going to have to give that to the Fight Bananas community, let them fight it out. Hopefully they're drinking beers at a bar, and they bring up this podcast, and it's the conversation of the night.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm hoping for with you guys.
I also hope that they some of y'all send us in the DMs your picks for these actors and actresses, or if you have other ones that you want to match up, let us know.
Wow, I like that. Yeah. Professor, great point. Slide into the Instagram DMs at Fight Bananas Official, and if you have one, you're like, guys, Arnold Schwarzenegger is John Jones. Wow, off the top of my head, there you go. Pretty good. Whatever it is, put a little, why do you think they are? Why is there a connective tissue? We'll put it on the next podcast. We'll definitely get it out there. We'll give you a shout-out. Put in your city or name or zip code, anything you want of that nature. And, we'll give you a shout-out. We appreciate the Fight Bananas community.
Yeah, man, this was fun. I still think I won.
Damn it, you probably did.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll let them decide.
Yeah,
It was really close.
as soon as you said Showtime is Statham, I think you got it. But, guys, we created a first ever UFC Fight Bananas fight. The winner is Paul Rudd of the UFC, Mike Perry versus Ben Askren.
That's a great matchup. That's fun.
We're giving it to you, Dana White. That's free of charge.
There you go.
Subscribe.
We'll take a few points on the pay-per-view.
Please. Subscribe to the YouTube page, Fight Bananas. Make sure you go to fightbananas.com. Give our sponsors some love, Warhammer Fightwear and End Still Nutrition. And like always, man, just go bananas.
That's right.